and good day! Welcome to Mondays with Marian. I am Marian Chumaanico, and in this channel, every Monday, we will post videos about topics regarding life in general. So whether the topic is significant or a little trivial, we are up for it. For as long as it is relatable to all of you guys, whether you're a man, a woman, especially of my age. So please be my date every Monday only here in this channel. Alright, the topic for our first video is very close to my heart. I chose this topic because I am going through this struggle now. Now that I am 44 years old, I didn't expect it to happen. I just woke up one day and I realized this is it. This is the midlife crisis that a lot of people are talking about. So yes, we'll be discussing about midlife crisis. So I did a lot of researches and readings because I was so curious. I wanted to understand myself. Sabi ko, bakit ganito ang pakiramdam ko? All of a sudden, everything has changed. Parang akong completely ibang tao, nasa ibang mundo, nasa ibang dimension. So I really had to study the topic. So the question is, which is for sure, tanong niyong lahat, what really is midlife crisis? Is it a mental disorder? Is it a plain excuse so that you don't have to do what are expected of you? Or is it a psychological struggle that men and women had to go through, especially those who are in between the age of 40 years old to 60 years old? Like in my case, I am 44. So, I am not surprised na pinagdadaanan ko ngayon ang tinatawag na midlife crisis. It's not a taboo anymore. A lot of people talk about midlife crisis, especially when you gather with family friends or family members. Diba lagi natin na pag-uusapan, midlife crisis. Dumadaan ako sa midlife crisis. Like for instance, if you have a friend na laging wala sa mood, laging grumpy, grouchy, mainitin ang ulo, magtinanong mo, oh, bakit wala ka na naman sa mood? Ang sagot sa'yo, ay, nagbi-midlife crisis ako. O, diba? Excuse niya ba yon? Or talagang pinagdadaanan niya yun? Meron ding instances na you have a family member na hindi pumupunta sa reunions. Nakailang reunions na kayo. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, ayaw pa rin magpakita. Nako, be more considerate. Perhaps that family member is going through midlife crisis as well. So, importante na we should be more understanding, more empathetic, para naman mas natutulungan natin yung pinagdadaanan ng mahal natin sa buhay. So what are the telltale signs that you are going through midlife crisis? Actually, there's a lot. Sobrang dami, no? Like in my case, okay, I will set myself as a perfect example. I just woke up one day and questioned myself. I started to wonder, is this it? Is this what there's to life? Eto na ba yung buhay ko? Am I nearing the finish line? Seryoso, tinanong ko yun sa sarili ko. Maraming beses. I celebrated my birthday on March 8 this year. And then, a month after, I was going through these questions already. And then, I felt a dissatisfaction about my life. Parang all of a sudden, everything became blah. Ano, yung parang umiba. All of a sudden, nothing tastes the same anymore. Nothing feels the same anymore. Nothing looks the same anymore. And then, I also felt anxieties, doubts, insecurities, inferiority complex na dati wala naman. I was very confident with myself, with my abilities and capacity to, do things. I am an empowered woman. But all of a sudden, I felt small. I felt inferior. And for sure, hindi lang ako yon. Kayo rin. Lahat ng taong dumadaan sa midlife crisis. Sometimes you can feel it simply by not being able to get up from bed with enthusiasm. Minsan, ayaw mong kumilos, ayaw mong gumalaw, you don't want to meet up with friends or family members, you don't want to dress up, ayaw mong mag-ayos. What else? There are plans or aspirations or ambitions or dreams that you wouldn't want to pursue anymore. You want to withdraw from the world, from the life, from your social circle, from your community. Sometimes ito, marami to nangyayari sa napakaraming tao. Magigising ka na lang, ayaw mo na sa spouse mo. All of a sudden, you want to be separated from that person, from your partner, who you have been with for many decades. Parang all of a sudden, gusto mo na ng annulment, ng divorce, what have you. Makikita mo na yung mali sa paligid mo, sa mga tao sa paligid mo, and you become restless all of a sudden. And you want significant, drastic changes in your life, and you want them now. You want them to happen now. Diba? So, everyone around you will be surprised. Magugulat sila, what happened to you? All of a sudden, you're a changed person. You have a changed perspective. You have a changed preference. So what happened to you? That could be signs of midlife crisis. And for those who are going through those, again, it's normal. All you have to do is accept them. Never deny that you are going through this journey. And it will help if you read more about it so you can help yourself better. And for those with loved ones who are going through midlife crisis, all you can do is to help them adjust, adapt, and to get by really well. Make them understand. Help them understand what they are going through if you have knowledge about midlife crisis para mas hindi maging mahirap ang pinagdadaanan nila. Okay, so to better understand what midlife crisis really is, so isa-isahin natin yung possible causes, okay? Let's start with hormones. There are physical changes, chemical changes happening within your body. Pwedeng sa body mo, sa mind, sa brain mo. So that's causing this struggle, this crisis. When you start to question your identity, your purpose in life, your reasons. So yun. Apart from that, apart from the physical, the chemical changes that are happening in yourself, it could be a possible ailment. If you were diagnosed with an ailment, sakit na napakahirap tanggapin, napakahirap dalhin. So it's possible na you go through the denial stage, hindi mo ma-accept na you have this disease or ailment or health condition. So it affects also your life disposition. Okay, yung disposition mo sa life. So aside from an ailment or sickness, a retirement. Pwedeng you retired from a job or from a business and you started staying home already. You're just watching Netflix every day. All you do is eat, exercise, talk to your family members, meet up with friends. It's a routine every day na hindi mo naman nakasanayan dahil sanay kang umattend ng meetings, mag-discuss, makipagbaliktaktakan with your colleagues, makipagdebate. So feeling mo, wala kang kwenta. Yung self-worth mo nawawala because of early retirement, whether it's early or whether that retirement is really due. Okay? What else? Children who are leaving your home. If you have kids who are already going to the university or college, nag-empty nesting ka na, wala ka nang kasama sa bahay. Hindi ka na aligaga tulad ng dati. You didn't have to wake up early in the morning to prepare breakfast or to drive your children to school or to help them with their studies or to bring them to the mall or to their activities. Wala ka ng pinagkakaabalahan. So all of a sudden, you feel like a couch potato, just lazing around, lounging around. And again, that affects your self-worth, your purpose in life. Okay, what else? Changes in productivity, katulad na nasabi ko kanina, you don't feel productive anymore. Pakiramdam mo, wala ka ng saysay, wala ka ng kwenta, wala ka ng ginagawang may saysay sa buhay. So that can be a cause of midlife crisis. Lifestyle changes, katulad ng sinabi natin kanina, it relates to your health condition also. If you're used to being so busy, you're always out with colleagues, out with friends, having night out, you have all these vices, you're drinking, smoking, and what have you, and then all of a sudden the doctor says you have to stop all of those because of your health. That could affect also your sense of self, yung identity mo, yung nakasanayan mo, biglang kailangan mong itigil at baguhin lahat. Lastly, when you come into terms with your morality, okay? Sanay tayo, pinalaki tayo ng elders and parents who have certain values or standards that are expected of us to follow. And then all of a sudden, with all of your experiences in life, whether beautiful, whether ugly, positive, or negative, you are compelled to change your beliefs, to change your views, to change your perspectives. So, maapektuhan din yung mga gagawin mo sa life mo from here on. Kasi yung mga dating beliefs mo na tinuro ng mga magulang o ng elders mo, bigla mong naisip na hindi na applicable sa present life mo. So, pwedeng because of that, magkakaroon ng contradictions from the norms that you were used to and from the beliefs that you would want to apply into your life at present. Kaya dahil doon, all of these can contribute to the coming of the midlife crisis. So, as we accept na it's something that we shouldn't take lightly, we should also recognize that it is really happening, that it's real. The feelings are real, the confusion, the transition, the struggles are real. And we have to help ourselves. Even though we have family members, friends, partners, spouses, even psychiatrists who are helping us, tayo mismo, kailangan natin tulungan ang sarili natin. And we should make ourselves happy. We need a lot of happy hormones. So we should start by working out, by exercising. Because if we feel good, we look good, then we have a better look at life. Okay? And then, why don't we start something new? Sabi na nila, life starts when you are 40, diba? So, why don't we start something new? A new hobby, a new sport, a new business venture. Why don't we start vlogging, right? Or travel the world and, record everything that you do and share it with everyone. Why not, diba? What else? We should be in the presence of friends and family members who are very supportive. Those who do not judge you, who do not criticize, those who are willing to listen and to give you positive feedback. We should also change our mindset, okay? From the mindset of having midlife crisis to a mindset of why don't we have a midlife movement? Diba? That sounds positive. Kasi when you hear the word midlife crisis, it's all about sufferings, di ba? But if you change it to a term such as midlife movement, meaning it's something that's positive, it's something that you can start with, it's something that can, like trigger or inspire you to do something productive and meaningful. And of course, at the end of the day, we have to accept and embrace the journey. It's not an easy journey. Talagang mahirap ito. It's very challenging. But we have to, understand that everyone needs to go through this crisis. Kasi sabi nga nila, I read somewhere, I heard somewhere that the first half of our adult life, it's about doing tasks, performing tasks, accomplishing everything that are expected of us. But the second half of our adult life is all about finding our authentic selves. Hinahanap natin sino talaga tayo, ano ba tayo, ano yung gusto natin, may kulang pa ba sa life natin, sa selves natin. So, if you go through the midlife crisis, that would only mean that you're done with the first half of your adulthood. And you're now facing the second half, which is to find who you really are. That's why you start questioning. Okay? But of course, mahirap, pero lahat naman ng tanong ay may sagot. Hanapin natin yung sagot. Tulungan natin ang sarili natin. And at the end of the day, it's all about learning more about life, appreciating it, embracing it, and having a grateful heart, having grateful hearts that we are able to feel the beauty and even the not so beautiful parts of life. Okay guys, before I end this video, what are my parting words, okay? So when we go through midlife crisis, a part of us is parang laid to rest. It's like death na we have to accept and face and we have to let go. Because a part of us experienced death. But half of us, or a part of us, is also experiencing a rebirth. Okay? So it's not all negative. It's not all bad. Not at all. Kasi we should feel the excitement. We should feel the thrill of learning more about ourselves, of discovering more. This is a new chapter of our lives na we should look forward to. And again, we shouldn't be stuck with the term midlife crisis. Let's just change it. Gamitin na lang natin ang midlife movement. Mas positive na, mas ikabubuti pa natin. So for those who are experiencing this, be patient with yourselves, okay? Be kind, be more gentle, be sweeter, and love yourself more. Because if not, who else will love you? Tayo lang naman ang pwedeng magmahal ng 1,000% sa mga sarili natin. So I hope you guys loved our first video, and we are looking forward to being with you on our next video. So again, I invite you to join me here every Monday, only here at Mondays with Marian. Please like and subscribe to our videos. Thank you and bye-bye guys.